Good morning. Today is April 20th, 2016 here at Washington Family Church. And we're reading again the Cheon Seong Gyeong. And we're now on page 964, which is part of the Tribal Messiah, our mission in our hometown, number 18. When you return to your hometown, what should you do? Inspire the people to unite with you. The method to achieve this is simple. Sons should become teachers who can demonstrate through example the heavenly tradition. Thereby, you will be teaching. The kingdom of heaven will be realized when you do such and such thing. Furthermore, mothers and fathers should show other mothers and fathers in the neighborhood that by doing this, the village will become heavenly. The family of love in which the husband loves the wife and the wife loves the husband. The parents love the children and the children love the parents in what you hand down to them. Number 19. You need to return your hometown, shed tears, and offer conditions of devotion. Truthfully, we have lived away from home up to the present, just as the Israelites had to work in Egypt for 400 years. We have been doing this work for 43 years, far from home. Now is the time for us to return to our hometown and become the root of love. You have to love God, your parents, and your brothers and sisters. By doing so, you cut off the source of false accusation of the source of the world level Satan raises against you. The Israelites did not establish the ideal kingdom of heaven in the promised land of Canaan. They proved incapable of building it. Learning from them, do not expect any support from Satan's world. Even if we have to keep traveling with our belongings bundled in our backs, we are the best people in God's eyes. Even if at night people curse us and dogs in the village bark at us, we are the best. 20. You stand in the position of true parents or true children in front of true parents, so I can bequeath the right of inheritance and equal standing. Please believe completely in these special privileges that heaven has bestowed upon you and invest everything within the sphere of love, just as God invested himself totally. You ought to invest yourselves completely. This is the way you will resurrect your clan and by extension, your nation. There is no path other than returning to your hometown. 21. All of you who have returned to your hometown stand in the position of the Israelites who entered the promised land of Canaan. You should never envy those in your hometown who are richer or more powerful than you. You must not let secular or materialistic aspirations influence you. Instead, educate others properly. The best tradition is the one by which we love God, our descendants, and our people, the realm of Israel, especially those of you who carry our children to the church. Do not let yourselves be swayed by rich and powerful people. Bear in mind that you are returning to your hometown and that this is the first time this has happened in 1,000 or 10,000 years. Feel the excitement of returning to your homeland. Flood your hometown with tears that shake every cell of your body and bone marrow. Let your hometown be recognized as a holy land infused with heaven's tears and blood that you have shed. That is where the kingdom of heaven begins. 22. When you love people, start with the most pitiful little children and move on to the middle-aged people. There are many conscientious people among those who live in difficult circumstances. Unification Church families should love those who are in the worst circumstances. Even though people who are engulfed or who are enduring hard times are stuck in the world of the devil, you will see that in the future, from among those people will emerge some who are able to inherit the fortune of God. Subtopic: Building the Original Homeland and the Nation. 23. Which path will you follow? To welcome the historic day of liberation and the independence of the homeland, we have to follow the path that leads to the lost original homeland. To receive this day is the hope of all people, of all eras and countries throughout history. The ultimate purpose of every culture, the greatest wish of all humanity. Therefore, this day of liberation absolutely has to come. If it does not, all the effort people have made will have been in vain. Wealth, even ethics and morals, will all have been in vain. 24. Up to the present day, humanity has been without its original homeland, and all people have been without the original nation. Hence, God, who has carried out the providence of restoration among us to this day, will surely send the Lord of the second advent in the last days. When he does, it is to recover the original homeland. Then what will he do once he finds the original homeland? He will recover the group of original brothers and sisters and then do the work of engrafting them to the tribe and the people. He will expand this foundation to the nation and the world and thereby restore the original homeland. 25. We are the group that advances the liberation of the homeland when the Messiah returns to the earth. He will bring judgment. We're now on page 966. Through whom will that judgment take place? It will take place through those who are standing in the position of a sacrificial offering without fail. This is the process by which it will be done. Hence, I call the Unification Church members to stand in that position in relation to the Korean Peninsula. The 30 million people of this nation. Do not be swallowed up by any hardship. Have as your mindset, no evil shall conquer the truth and heart that I possess. No hardship will stain my integrity. This is how you ought to seek your original homeland. If we are the ones who are seeking the original homeland and who will get there, we need to assemble as a people and create the original nation. We need to find our original hometown and recover the homeland. 26. We do not yet have the original nation. The country where you are living is not it. The nation where you live was founded by fallen ancestors. It is not the nation God wants. Thus, you are bound to say goodbye to it and forget about it. We are to purify the fallen nations as the levels of individual, family, tribe, and people, beginning with hell on earth and in the spirit world, all the way up to paradise. Unless this takes place, God's original homeland, the original hometown, cannot emerge. In the last days, all people of faith need to unite, transcending denominational, religious, and national boundaries. Furthermore, they have to unite as a new humanity and know God's final will to liberate the homeland. Recovering the one unified nation, we will attend God as its parent, as its teacher, and as its king. 27. What is the cause of bitter sorrow? for humanity on earth. It is not a lack of money or national sovereignty or a shortage of people or land. It is that the world is not a place where we can find joy and happiness in our hearts and minds. This world is not one that brings joy to our hearts. This land and this society do not bring joy to our hearts. If we as human beings could find joy and happiness in our hearts within this land and this society, we would have no such feeling of bitter sorrow. 28. Is there anyone who wants to attain wealth in order to end up in ruin? Is there anyone who practices patriotism in order to destroy his nation? Although we may not recognize the connection, when our actions are not in accord with the principle by which the universe operates and are not accessing its source of energy, things go to ruin. But then they are in accord with the principle, things develop. That is why, even though people have had only vague or abstract concepts of God, since ancient times, they have in fact been upholding Him. What is it that humanity seeks in the present day? We know that the world in which we live is not our original homeland. It is not the world of freedom, where we sing of equality, peace, and happiness. It is not the open and eternal world where mind and body can fly the flag of freedom. If God were strong in the realm of conscience, the world would not be this way. But why is it this way? It is because of the fall, which prevents human beings from reaching perfection. Human beings fell before reaching perfection. This is why the world is broken. 29. What have we, Unification Church members, done? We have overcome persecution and oppression from society. However, we should not overcome persecution just as individuals, but with our family, our tribe, our people, and all the 30 million citizens of this nation of Korea. This is the Unification Church faith. This is why we are trying to move these 30 billion or million people from the state of saying no to saying yes, let's do it. We follow them into their hiding place and guide them as their leaders. Everything we should be the opposite of what they do. We say, you might enjoy winning or whining and dining, but we enjoy fasting. You may enjoy flying in airplanes, but we are happy even if we have to walk to our destination. This is how we have advanced. As we advance, we cannot afford to collapse because we have to persevere until the day this nation is restored, until everything is resolved. What is true and what is strong will remain standing. That is heavenly law. Further, God allows whatever is on His side to last to the end. Hence, we have to register ourselves with God's side. While we walk this path, if our families oppose us, we have to sail over our families. If society opposes us, we have to sail over our society. We absolutely have to arrive at our destination, the original homeland. Number 30, we need true parents. Thus, we need a religion that will introduce us to them, a movement to seek the will and the original true parents, one that will guide the billions that make up humanity to the original homeland. Humanity did not descend from true parents, it descended from the false parents. Humanity, therefore, has to establish a relationship with true parents, whom God supports. Confucian, Buddhist, Zen teachings include a concept similar to the parents of heaven and earth. We all have to build a relationship with true parents and go through the gate to the path they have established. In this way, all people will become true siblings to one another. To become true siblings, we have to inherit the lineage of true parents and unite completely with them in heart, circumstances, and hope. For those of us who hold this philosophy of sibling love, no matter how close we have been to our blood relatives up to now, and no matter how happy once we are connected with a true parent's flesh and blood, everything is changed at once. That encounter with true parents once made cannot be compared with your connections to your natural parents. Even our natural parents must find the true parents. If they do not, they will be lost. 31. Our conscience knows the way to life. You like pleasant aromas, don't you? Why do you like them? It is because your sense of smell is designed to appreciate good fragrances. It is the same with your heart and mind. Your heart senses good just as your nose senses fragrance. This is why you can be spontaneously happy. No one needs to advertise what is inherently good. This is why you are happy when you are in the way here, and why you miss me when you do not see me. This is why in the modern world, people groan in their heart. I wish I could go to the original homeland. This desire swells within. Even though we do not know why or what is exactly, our heart seeks the path leading to our original homeland. Why do our mind and heart want to go to the original homeland? It is because our father and mother, our brothers and sisters, our relatives, and our nation are there. It is our promised land and our place of Sabbath rest. That is why our heart yearns for that original homeland. Number 32. God is the one for whom everyone yearns. His dwelling place is where all people want to visit and live. What is it like in the place of happiness? The ideal original homeland. Simply speaking, it is a place in which we long to go. In that place, our beloved parents and siblings live. This is why we want to visit this original homeland and live there together in joy and happiness for all eternity without our living. We human beings lost this original homeland. Hence, we must find that place and go there without fail. That ends our Hunduke, and tomorrow we'll be reading section 4, the return to the hometown, on page 968. We started on 964 today. My name is Athanasius Francis C.Catalan. I am from the Philippines, but living now in Washington, D.C. We're reading the Hunduke for more than 8 years now, every 5 a.m. And please visit our website, national website, www.familyfed.org, or go to our Facebook group, Washington Family Church National Cathedral, and you'll see all the activities there since 2007. So we wish you a nice and fruitful day and even night, and have a great and wonderful day. Mabuhay and manse manse. Bye-bye.